Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of our June Boom. I cannot believe we are almost done with June. We are 9 days away from finishing. This is crazy. So I've got live going over here, and then I've got my Google Hangout going over here, just so we've got it saved. So maybe you're watching live, maybe you're gonna come back in later. That's cool, whatever you want. First of all, congratulations on being a star. Give yourself a huge round of applause for yourself. Woohoo! For those of you that are star, congratulations. And I can't believe that we are 9 days away from finishing June. 9 days away. So I know we're gonna shut it down, give it all that we have, and like I've been saying week after week, you are either finishing up something strong or you are starting something big. Okay, so if you're brand new in this, or maybe you've been out of the loop, you're going to start a consistent habit. And whatever that next 9 days might look like, whether it's, you know, intensely working with intention for 4 hours a day, or seeing one new face a day, or finishing 10 parties in the next 9 days, or wrapping up your national court of sales, or Queen's Court of Sharing, or triple court, or unit club, or your B, or 500,000, or 650, or getting yourself to red jackets, or team leader where you're making 13%, or going into DIQ. Some of you are either finishing up something big or you're starting something great. So no day should be wasted. We want to make sure that every day is accounted for. And as a believer, I know that we are supposed to give the best in all that we do. In all that we do, whether it's Mary Kay, whether it's being a mom, whether it's being a wife, whether it's working at your job, you are to give your very, very best. So just a reminder, you guys, tonight at 9 p.m. live, we have our marketing call. And so my assistant created the event. It's going to be the same event page that we had 2 weeks ago, Wednesday. And so I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share some of my top products, quick marketing. So what I want you to do right now is make a list of everyone that you've been layering the past month, customers that you really want on your team, women that you just would absolutely love, referrals, anybody that has been interested or you've been layering, or a guest that you've had to the meeting the past week, or maybe a hostess that you've had, anybody that loves the product that you'd love to have on your team. You want to basically just say, listen, we're finishing up our end of the year. We've got 9 days left. I need you to come on and watch this live training. I get credit for doing it. It's helping with my training, and it just would mean the world for me, for you to give me an opinion of this amazing opportunity. And you can offer them free lip gloss, a mascara, whatever you want. But please, I want to make sure that I help you the best that I can. So all you have to do is add your prospects to that event, and we posted the event and the invite within this group, within this June Boom group. So you're just going to invite them, right? And then of course it'll be recorded, so you can send it to them after the fact in case they're working and there's an event. But at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, most people should be able to get on, you know? So I really want you to make a list of maybe 30 people that you can invite, and then maybe 5 to 10 will come on live. And again, tell them it's part of your training, because it is part of your training. By you watching and by you learning, you're gonna get better. And sometimes somebody just needs to hear somebody else share their story. Sometimes it's just a layering process, right? So I wanted to give a shout out right now to who's in the top 20 as we speak, and congratulations on taking this so seriously. I hope that the accountability with me and with this group is really helping you stretch and use every day wisely, and really looking at that list and saying, you know, what can I achieve today? What can I accomplish? And it just seems like when more people are watching us, sometimes we take things more seriously. So as of right now, number 20 is Amy Kahn. Amy Kahn with 630. We have a tie at 650 with Jordan Kennedy and Carrie Hornsby. Congratulations at number 19. Number 18 is Brittany Baker with 665. Number 17 is Joanna Hawkinson with 680. Number 16 is Cindy Duhamel with 705. Number 15 is Janet Jorgensen with 759. Congratulations. Number 14 is Tawana Brunson with 770. Number 13, Mary Kay's favorite number, Jacqueline Ferris with 795. Number 12, Jarita Coleman with 800. Number 11, Shelly Brittany with 840. Number 10, Kate Shaw with 855. Number 9, Chrissy Nally with 885. And Heather Faring with 895. Number 7 is Normalisa Fuentes with 935. And number 6 is Dorca Smith with 975. Number 5 right now is Lona Holdridge with 1,000. And our number 4 is Lori Isaacson with 1,045. And our top 3 right now, number 3 is Melanie Pitts O'Keefe with 1,065. Congratulations. Number 2 is Lauren Sweeney with 1,140. And our number 1 right now is Lisa Ferry with 1,185. That is so awesome. So you guys, you have another week to accomplish your points and do as much as possible, and you want to max out as much as possible. One consultant will receive one of the bags, and one of the directors will receive it. So the highest director in points will receive it, and the highest consultant will receive the bag. So it's a gorgeous Betsy Johnson bag with like a bumblebee on it. It's black and white with florals and a bumblebee. It's super cute. So you want to strive and give it your best these next 9 days for yourself, for our company, for our area, just really most importantly for yourself. And then if you earn the bag, great. If not, you probably did more than you thought you could. So congratulations. Well, we are going to jump right in, and I don't want to take too much time because I know that you guys have a lot to do in June, and you're going to work on getting guests to our live marketing call. Okay. So as you guys know, it's June. Okay. And you have either just started your business and you're like, what's this whole June thing about? It's crazy. Everyone's just doing so much. I feel out of the loop. What can I do? And like we've talked about in prior weeks, start somewhere. Figure out a win. Figure out where you can win somewhere. We're going to talk about that. Or maybe, like I said, you're finishing up something really strong. Now, we talked about it before. June is kind of crazy. You're doubling everything. You're going to have a lot of appointments. You're going to be gone more. It's going to be more intense. You're going to have butterflies. The goals are going to be so big that you're like, can I achieve it? You know, things are going to come your way in summer. There's going to be distraction. There's distraction on Facebook, on Instagram story, with shopping, with kids home, with summer, with rain, with everywhere. And you know what? You've got to learn to really silence those distractions. And that's what successful people do. They really learn to silence those distractions. And so if it were me, because I talked about in the prior weeks, and especially if you did go pro, your goal is, if you're a director, you're doing 4 hours a day of power. 4 hours a day of power. Thank you for my hearts. You're so sweet. 4-hour days of power. And what does that mean? That's 1 hour of booking and coaching, 1 hour of meeting new leads, 1 hour of touching base with new consultants or key consultants if you're a director, or it might be your customers, and 1 hour of doing interviews or follow-up consultations. Now, if you have a facial or skincare party, that all goes out the window, because most importantly, your most important income producing activity is in front of a new person, facialing her, closing a sale, interviewing her, and so forth. But if you don't have an appointment, your next best thing is booking and coaching to make sure that you've got 10 appointments the next 2 weeks. Okay, awesome. You took social media off your phone. I'm so proud of you, Jacqueline. Yes, that's awesome. And it doesn't mean you can't be on social media. Social media is important, okay? Social media is important, okay? Instagram story. Facebook is good, but it's kind of, we're getting away from that a little bit, okay? So you definitely want to have an Instagram story and Instagram. However, you've got to limit it. So what I would say is, instead of waking up and checking your phone, I would get in prayer, repeat your affirmations, start your miracle morning, go work out, put your workout clothes by the bedside. Don't put your phone anywhere near where you can pick it up and see the distraction, because we love people. We love celebrating people. We love liking everything, but it's a distractor and it takes us away from our focus. And you guys, I was doing $1 million production without network, without having all this social media. I didn't have any of it. All I had was a telephone. And so everything was outgoing. There wasn't all this noise and distraction. So I feel like God just placed it on my heart to start off with this, that if social media is distracting you, cut it off, in the sense that, you know, take the app off your phone, or maybe just do a little bit at lunch, like check in with people for like 5-10 minutes at lunch and right before bed, but don't be doing that all day, okay? It is important to post here and there, especially your before and after pictures, or that we just sold 1 million charcoal masks. That's important. Or maybe you're doing a new look, you know, live, or, you know, you're sharing a testimony of someone saying, oh my gosh, I bought the Miracle Set and my skin is forever changed. Or, you know, my college student just started Clearproof and all his acne's disappeared. I mean, that is important to share with everyone before, afters, what's happening, you know, positive things about Mary Kay. But it doesn't need to be overkill, and it also doesn't need to distract you from the important things, which is new faces, new business, and relationships. So I want you guys to really figure out kind of a schedule that you do that. So I don't want you on it in the morning. Just check really quick at lunch and maybe right before you go to bed. And I want you to think of it this way. I always tell my area this. Do something great so you have something to share on social media. Like if you had an amazing day, how awesome would it be to post, oh my gosh, you know, I saw 5 faces and, you know, 1 new team member joined my team. Welcome so-and-so, and this is what happened. Or, you know, here are all my faces before and after. Like, give yourself something to talk about or to celebrate. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a silent motivation in my mind, you know? And then I would definitely have a Facebook group with your team, especially of your director, so that you can post at the end of the day, hey, you know, I saw 5 faces and sold $500 and I have a new team member. So that's like accountability with your team. And even if you have a small team of 3, 5, 10, that's okay. You can start a Facebook team and start shouting out your celebrations of what you're doing and cheering everybody on. But remember, it needs to be limited and it needs to be in the right timing to not take away of the focus of building the relationships and new business. So I want you guys to be in it to win it and get rid of the distraction. So I'm going to give you guys 10 things that I know that you need to do the next 9 days to have serious transformation. And you know these things, but it's just going to be a reminder. So the first thing is I want you to figure out the one win that you are going to have the next 9 days. Remember, we've got the company hitting us with stuff. We've got our area hitting us with stuff. We've got everything coming our way. And again, more distraction. What is the one win that you could have these next 9 days, that you could obsess over, that you could get really excited about? It's going to make you nervous. And let me just tell you something. I want you to find the one thing you could do in the next 9 days to finish a yearly goal or a quarterly goal or a month goal that you set in place. But I want to make sure it's going to stretch you. I want to make sure that it's going to make you nervous a little bit. Because if it's not making you nervous and it's not making you stretch you, it's not growing you. And our God is a big God, and he wants us to do big things. And, you know, we have him within us. And so we can do anything that we put our mind to. You just have to believe that you can and take him as your business partner. And so I want you to have goals that make you nervous, that make your tummy ache. Like some of you might look and say, oh my gosh, I'm 12 personal qualified for my B. Okay, so what? You're 12 personal qualified for your B. Get over it, okay? Write out, look at your customer base and look at what those customers have placed all year. Maybe you have customers that have placed $400 to $1,000, and you could tell them, you know what? I have a great deal for you. Could I take you to coffee? And then you share with her how she could come in and buy all her products ahead of time for the year, or pre-buy her Christmas gifts, or say, you know what, look at this amazing deal. Not only are you going to join for $100, you're going to get $400 free, okay, which is $400. Plus, if you buy 600, you're going to get over $1,400 free. 1,400 plus 400, they're getting $1,800, okay, for an $800, well, about, let's see, for a $600 order, it'd be about $800. You're getting $1,800 for $800. You know, someone that's business-minded would say, you're right. It's not only helping you with a huge goal, it's helping me discount on my product. It's helping me service a few of my friends and families and customers. And you know what? There's some people that start off at personal use that say, you know what? I really want to do this. So just think, maybe you have 3 to 6 people in your customer base that are paying so much with you, and we love them, but maybe they could help you finish their B, and you could give them, you know, a great opportunity. Or maybe you've got some women that are on that A-B scale, you know, or that 6 through 10 scale that you can invite on tonight, and you could share the opportunity and new consultant training tomorrow, and they come in as a qualified. Or maybe you could go out there and warm chatter like I did the day before the end of the month on the first car, where I packed my bag with like 25 lip glosses, and I went into Target with my heart pounding, totally freaked out because I needed like $9,000 in production and like 3 more personal qualifieds and was freaking out. And I just was bold. And I walked up to a woman that God had placed in my heart and I said, excuse me, ma'am, I don't want to bother you, but I've got a huge goal. And so listen, I know this sounds crazy, but if you would let me borrow your face like by tomorrow, then you'll get to pick any one of these lip glosses, because I believe that if you tell me that you'll do it, that you'll do it. And so do I have your word? Can you help me? And so we did, you know, and I met her the next day and she ended up signing and doing a $2,400 order the next day. And so what I'm saying is it's not going to be comfortable. And so sometimes you've got to stretch yourself and you've got to believe and you've got to say, God, I know that you're going to back me on this. And you know what? But you got to give them something to bless either. You've got to get out of your house. You've got to get in your car. You've got to drive. You've got to go places. You always need to be going somewhere. I never was at home when I was building my business. I never was at home. My assistant always saw me leaving. The only time you're at home, it's because you've got a facial or a skincare party happening at your dining room table from 9 to 5. That's the honest truth. I mean, from 9 to 9 p.m. at night. If you are doing Mary Kay full time, you are out and about. It is better for you to get dressed and go to Starbucks and make that your office for 4 hours so that you're not distracted at home with everything that's going on. You're going to meet great people coming in. You're going to have an opportunity to book and coach and make sure your upcoming appointments are going great, or you're heading to a facial. And so always make sure you're dressed and ready. I was always out of my house by 10 a.m., always, and didn't come home till late. And so if you're working a full-time job, that might mean the hour that you have lunch, you eat your lunch really fast for 10 minutes. And for the other 45 minutes, you're booking or doing a facial with someone on the job or in the surrounding areas. Or when you're driving home at 5, you park your car in the front of your house and you book for an hour before you walk in, before all this distraction happens. Or maybe you do a little bit of that and you eat with your family and you do a little bit from 8 to 9, you lock yourself in your bedroom or you go back in your car, you go back to Starbucks and you finish getting your 5 new leads. Or you finish making sure that your appointments are confirmed for the next 9 days. Are you with me? Okay, so I want you to find one thing that you will throw your heart over the line. Maybe you're $5,000 away retail for the National Court of Sales, okay? So it's $2,500 left in the next 9 days. So break it down, 9 into $2,500, what that'll be daily with sales. What product that would be, meaning that you actually pull the product out of your inventory and you put it by the front door because you know that you've got that certain amount of product to move. And so it's in front of your face. Or like I said, maybe it's having 3 more recruits to get in your red jacket because golly gee, you're going to seminar as a red jacket. And that means that 15 faces and 15 interviews have to happen in these next 9 days. So you're making use of the event that I'm having tonight. You're making use of your meeting. You're creating parties at your dining room table. Remember, I told you can create parties for your summer portfolio at your dining room table. You can set it up really pretty. Go to the dollar store, Hobby Lobby, get some cute sandals or Hawaiian platters, put the miracle set on there, you know, have some lays, have it all laid out. And you can have summer bash makeovers in your dining room table with your kids in the other room, maybe with a young person watching them or a movie on or something. And you can make money while you're at home and still be there where you need to be. And so anything can work, but pick that one thing that you're going to obsess over and finish. And it's going to make you nervous, but if it didn't make you nervous, it wasn't big enough. So pick that thing and write it down, or write it down on your phone. Number 2, I want you to break it down, which kind of leads to what I just said. Break it down to bite-sized pieces. You know, if you know that you need an extra $1,000 in the next 9 days, then you've got to sell $2,000 in 9 days. So divide that 9 into 2,000, and what that's going to be per day. That's probably like, you know, maybe 220, 210 a day. So that would mean selling a repair set, or two miracle sets, or maybe a miracle set and 5 charcoal masks. Break it down, figure it out, put it aside. I would almost even like go in your store. Like, let's say you were $2,000 away from making $1,000. I would go in and pull out $2,000 of product and put it on the table, in the dining room table, so it's staring in front of your face every single day. You know, put out 10 eye makeup removers, put out a few roll-up bags filled, put out enough miracle sets and satin hands or whatever you know you can move in charcoal masks, and look at it and say, I am moving you. You are going. This is happening. You know, it's like when you see it and you visualize it and you speak it out and it's in front of your face, it's like, okay, this is happening. This is happening. It's amazing what visualization can do and when it's in front of you. So take it out, you know, so break up the amount of faces and product and put it on the table and say, you are moving today. You are moving today. You 2 miracle sets are leaving this table and getting on someone's face, and you're going to change her face and you're going to change her life, and it's going to wash down the drain, and she's going to reorder every other month because of my great customer service and because she's going to like me. And that's what's going to happen, right? So break it down. And or, you know, let's say that you need 5 more to get into DIQ and you need 5 more recruits or 5 more to finish your B. Then look at your recruiting averages. Like if it's 1 out of 10, then that means you've got to see 50 faces before the end of the month. But you know what? Get on the phone, have urgency, tell people about your summer portfolio, you know, go to people, make it happen. So break it down. The third thing is you've got to clear the space to run. You've got to clear the space to run. And what I mean by that is the next 9 days, you know, you're not traveling, you're not going to the beach, you're not going to the pool, you're not watching movies in the middle of the day. You're doubling your appointments. Everything revolves around, and of course you've got your kids, obviously, you've either taken them to camp or, you know, but this is the thing, if you know you have your kids the next 9 days, then you need help. And that might mean getting a high school student or a college student that's off for the summer that needs to make an extra $5, $8, $10, depending on how old she is, or maybe you could pair with product so that 4 hours a day you could say, hey, is there any way you could come to my house every day from 2 to 6? Or could you come to my house every day from 6 through 10? Because you are going to be having facials and parties during those times. Get help, get help, get help, get help, get office help. You know that your product's going to be moving. Let's say you got to sell $5,000 in the next 9 days. You need someone to, you know, label the back of your product, write up your tickets, do COD, enter them into the Customer Plus program. You know, why not? These high school students and girls going into college, 18 years old, they could use an extra $8 or free product, and they're so smart at entering these things. They're smarter than we are with technology. They do things in just such quick time. They can do so much at once. And so it doesn't mean you've got to pay someone $12, $15 an hour. You know, as a national, I have, you know, a mature woman, you know, I do have to pay more, but that's okay because she's gone to school, she has her degree. But at the same time, you don't always have to have that to get things done. You can get someone that maybe just wants to make a little bit of money or can't afford the product, that they can work for you. And sometimes people just want to help you. Go to care.com, find somebody, cleaning your house, you know. So write out all the things that bother you. You know, like for me, I can book the appointments and coach the appointments, but I don't like getting my starter kit together and all my product together and ordering all that. So I like to have someone do that. And so, you know, that's relieving me of that stuff. And so if I'm taking snapshots of my orders and sending it to my assistant, and she's pulling out the product and getting the bag together, or maybe seeing I'm missing 1 or 2 items and she's CODing it, like I'm just making so much more use of my time, and I'm just with the people instead of doing it all. Because as women, we do it all, and then we wind up just being sick or having no energy at the end of the day. So find someone that can help you the next 9 days so that you can clear your space, so that you can just have laser focus to finish that one singular goal. Number 5, fill your date book. And I know you're tired of hearing this, but you're going to need 20 appointments on your books in the next 9 days, because out of those 20, 10 are going to hold over the next 9 days. And so think of it as, I'm having a party a day, I'm having a double facial a day. And so if someone cancels on you, you need to call the next person and say, I'm coming to you. I've got to finish this portfolio. I've got to come see your face. I don't care if I come at work or when you get home. You know, I'll get you ready for bed. You'll be ready for bed. I'll come over at 8 after work. I'll get your face ready for bed. We won't even do any makeup, but this will count for my faces. Or I'll come over to your house. If you have to be at work at 10, I'll come over to your house at 8. I'll do your makeup. This will help me. This will help me with my goal, but plus I'll have you ready for the day. So really, really work that summer portfolio that we talked about. It's such a great thing to do also for yourself, to build that portfolio, but also to post for social media, but also as a way, again, people want to help for the goal. So again, you know, in the summer, you're focusing on summer portfolio. In the fall, it's more of a winter portfolio. And so I always use that And I did it. You know, I did a before picture before they put on makeup, and I did an after picture. And you can save it in an album in your phone, and that way you can show people when you go to appointments, look, you know, which look do you like? And, you know, write down what you used. And I would keep it really simple in the summer because you want to be in and out and people don't have time. I would focus on just the Miracle set, and I would do CC cream, bronzer, let them pick one cream eyeshadow, lash loving gloss, and call it a day. And then focus on your second appointment being, you know, charcoal mask, dermabrasion, whatever you want that's extra, and really focusing on a glamour look. So really, really hold tight to that. And I'm doing the Skin Figure 8 brush or brush set for free when they book a party within 2 weeks from their first appointment. So maybe that's something that can help you. So make sure that you really fill that date book, and that's going to be so important because things are going to fall through the cracks. So if you book 20, so as soon as you book someone, make sure you get them that invitation. That you remember, like I said, turn it over casually, book them, and then say, hey, do you think you could grab 2, 3 girlfriends? I'm doing your summer look. I might as well do someone else's, and it's even more fun, and it's helping me finish my portfolio. So it's that urgency, and you'll never know unless you ask. You've got to ask. You've got to open up your mouth. Women want to help you, but sometimes they don't know what you're working on, so you've got to do that. So really, really focus on that summer portfolio. Number 6, you got to work. You got to pray and you got to work. You got to pray and you got to work. So you get up and you pray and you say, God, you know, bless me. Put the people in front of me that you want me to talk to, that you want me to book. Bless my appointments. Bless my sales. Help me to be a good listener. Help me to be in the moment. Help me to make other people feel important and special, because this business is about building relationships. And when you truly hear people out and you truly love people, and they know that, people sense that you care, and you really listen to them, people will buy from you forever. People will want to join your team. They will not want to go anywhere else. And so it's so much more important for you to really be in the moment and make that person feel special and really hear what she's saying, and really try to weave the marketing in a way that suits her style, her life. It's not about you. Stop talking about yourself and put the focus on others, and everything will transform in your business. And so pray and work, pray and work, pray and work. Number 7, plan the celebration. Visualize how it's going to feel finishing this goal. Okay, so when you hit that beat, visualize, you know, the diamond beat and what your national is going to say to you, or a certain top director friend that you really respect, or, you know, the prize that you're going to earn, or maybe it is that extra $1,000 that you really need in July to go to an extra trip, or to pay off a credit card, or just to give somebody special something. Visualize how it's going to feel. Don't work off of right now, off of an emotion, off of a feeling. If we worked every time we felt like working, we'd be broke, okay? Emotions do not pay your bills. Emotions do not pay your bills, okay? So you can't work off of emotion, and women are so emotional, okay? Like, they get in a fight with their husband, they're emotional. Things don't go their way. They've got their period. Things are going on. You can't work like that. Successful people do it anyway. They work through the emotions. So don't be emotional. So plan the celebration. Don't think of right now. Think of, oh my gosh, in 9 days, I'm going to be able to take a day off. I'm going to spend it with my family. I'm going to go get a pedicure and manicure, and I'm going to have money, extra cash, so I don't have to ask my husband to go on that trip. Or I'm going to be able to pay for the braces for my whatever. Or I'm going to be able to buy that chandelier I've always wanted for my dining room. Or I'm going to be able to redo my office. Or I'm going to be able to be on profit-taking level, or whatever it is, you know. Focus on that feeling. And number 8, you guys, I want you, like I said, to really focus on the summer portfolio until school gets back in. I want that to be your primary focus, is I'm working on my summer portfolio. I'm working on my summer portfolio, and really, really work it. And like I said, you can tell them that this can be part of your Facebook profile picture. It's part of my portfolio. You're going to earn free product. It's fun. And like I said, you can set up your table and have it all ready and choose the time slots that work for you. Like maybe Thursday morning from 10 to 12 is good for you, or 11 to 1 is good for you, or 7 to 9 on Thursday night, or Friday morning from 11 to 1, or Saturday morning. I want you to pick maybe 2 or 3 time slots that are good for you. And then everybody you warm chatter, all of your customers and all the key people or referrals that you meet, input them into those 3 to 6 time slots. Now, I would prefer it happening every day. If you really want to be honest, if you want me to be honest with you, I would prefer that the next 9 days that you have a party set up every day where you're inviting people. And guess what? If they don't come, you go to them. You go to them. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. But so get excited about the summer portfolio. Make everything about that. Number 9, and I just came up with this, why not put together a summer swag bag? A summer swag bag where you could just use your regular plastic Mary Kay bags and use what you have. You could put in there like a melon lip gloss or a fun hot pink lip gloss. You could put in there some hard, fun Jolly Ranchers, maybe like watermelon or sour apple. You could put in there a bronzer sample. You can put in there a Miracle Set sample, hand lotion. You could even go to the dollar store, go to Claire's. They have these awesome plastic pink like brush cleaners. Maybe you could put together, 30 of them and say, my goal is to see a new face, whether it's a face by face or a party, but every person that lets me borrow their face to help me with my portfolio, I'm going to give them a summer swag bag. And you could even take a picture of it and send it to them after they book with you and say, I've already customized your swag bag. And listen, for every friend you bring, they're going to have one too. And so please tell me their name so I can customize their little name on the outside and make them feel special. You guys, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Go in the Target aisle, go in the dollar store, use stuff out of your store, Section 2 product, discontinued, all that kind of stuff, okay? So the summer swag bag is an idea. And again, it's like an excuse, it's an excuse to say, I'm working on my portfolio, I'm putting together your swag bag. Women love gifts. They want to feel special. So what can you do to make people feel special and know that they're making a difference for you, okay? And then last but not least, go to the people. Go to the people, go to the people, go to the people, go to the people. If they don't come to you in your setup dining room, or maybe some of you work out of a beauty center, go to them. Because you know what? I would always say, if you can't come to me, I'll come to you. I'll come to you at lunch. I'll come to you after work. Like, I've just got to get this done. Have urgency. Don't let them off the hook. And so I want you to think, what works for me? Some of you might do great at having people set up in your home, but if that hasn't been your record or your pattern of success, don't do it. Go to people. I have a very mixed group. Looking at my area, I have some directors that are amazing at getting guests to meetings and making use of events and getting people there. And then some are like, it's just not my strength. I go to people. I'm better at doing one-on-one facials. I'm better at going to people's house for parties. Do what's best for you. Do what's working. Do what's working. Don't do what your neighbor's doing or somebody else. Do what's working for you. So look at your pattern and look at what's worked before, and that's what I want you to focus on the next 9 days. And what I found is that if it's really rainy or really crazy weather, I end up doing better by saying, I'm coming to you with my Hunter rain boots and all. I'm coming to you, If it's nice outside, coming to my house might be fine. You understand where I'm going with this? So if you live in winter areas where it's snowing, guess what? Most people don't want to leave. But if you go to them, they're like, yeah, I'll do it. I have nothing else to do. And some people have some of the highest sales when they do that. Or if there's hurricane weather in Miami, which we have, false alarms all the time. Like, it's major hurricane season right now. And if there's a tropical storm coming, everybody will be inside not doing anything with their batteries and water, and they should be preparing. However, sometimes it's a false alarm and people are open to you going to them. And so go to the people. Go to the people and get it done. Don't wait for them to come to you. Do not wait for them to come to you. And so that's what I want you to focus on, you guys. Getting guests tonight to the marketing call, focusing on those 10 things. And I wanted to close with, don't just finish the race, but finish well. 2 Timothy 4 says, okay, don't just finish the race, but finish well. And that's what this is in the next 9 days, okay? Romans 8:18 says, if things are getting tough in life, consider the enemy is only trying to wear you out because he knows what is about to be revealed to you. The devil may not have fought when you first started the race, but now that you're about to finish, he will do everything in his power to keep you from completing the task God has given you. One of the most important things we will ever do in life is to finish what we start. It is by the grace of God we are allowed to start things, but how often do we consider it a privilege of his grace to finish something? God gives us the grace to finish. So what in your life needs to be finished? What in your life needs to be finished? Okay? We will never learn what life is like unless we finish something. Life is more than the mountaintop experiences. It's the valley below that makes the mountaintop experiences worth celebrating. Give us something to look forward to. One of the most important things we will ever do in life is to finish. Whatever it is, we need to finish it. Starting is sometimes the easiest part. It is the finishing where most people give up, where the enemy has his way, where kingdom doesn't come because one has chosen to give up, then step up. We may never be successful in life unless we learn to finish things God has given us to do. Beware of people who have a hard time finishing things. Often these people will keep you from finishing for fear that you will outshine them. When in fact, you playing small serves no one. And when you give into someone else's fear, you make yourself more like them, fearful, instead of who you were created to be, which is fearless. Respect those who finish. God is a finisher, and we were made in his image and likeness. Therefore, the identity of beginning something that lives in us to give life to projects, babies, and relationships is the same life that lives in us to complete our finish, our omega, what we started. Jesus is the author and the finisher of our faith. He can complete what he started in our life, but we need to put ourselves in position for completion to take place. If it is grace given to us in life to finish what we start, there's 3 aspects of finishing and being effective in what we begin. Number 1, finish in phases. Manage the goals so gratification and accomplishment can be experienced. Don't let life overwhelm you. If you keep quitting and start blaming others, you cease to understand your value and lose your confidence in yourself. Often a product or lack of follow-through provides room for erosion to occur, weakening your very own word. You must prove to yourself you can finish before others will believe and trust you to finish. This has to do with our husbands, right? And all those naysayers and family. Please know that I am a project. Please be ready to understand I am a work in progress, forever under construction. Forever under construction, aren't we? I am not perfect, but I'm found strong in him with my perfect imperfections. If you just finished what you started, how much farther would you be in life? The behavior you'll reward is the behavior you'll repeat. Oh, huge, write that down. The behavior you'll reward is the behavior you'll repeat. Don't wait to receive the reward. When you complete something that was done in phases, reward yourself along the way. Give yourself something to look back on and press into as he will reveal truth in your life. Number 2, finish your course. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my race. I have kept the faith. God will give you the grace you need to finish your course. Don't be a cheap copy of a great original. Just be you. The closer you get to completion, the harder the task will become. The closer you get to your goal, the tougher the life will become. That's the way he works in places where he cannot finish. He comes along and takes our hand and says, I gotcha. Number 3, see more than you can finish. Ecclesiastes 3:10. See more than you can finish. This is what we're talking about. It's going to be a little bit greater. It's going to be a little bigger. It's going to hurt our tummies, right? One man plants, another man waters, and God gives the increase. One man plants, another man waters, and God gives the increase. Do what God has called me to do and know that he will show me more than I complete myself. But it's important for me to see it, but not try to complete it. Just because I can see the next step doesn't mean I am called to do the next step. Sometimes God allows me to see what's ahead in order that I may share with someone else and prepare their hearts for what is to come based off of what he's done for me and through it. Let God continue to challenge you as you finish your race. I love this. I will email this to you. I think it is just a game changer in our business that you guys, he doesn't want us to settle. He wants us to have a good fight, to finish the race, and to keep the faith. And I know that by trusting in him and working the process and working full circle and never doubting and having belief and having faith and knowing that he is there for you, you will achieve far greater things than you ever thought possible. So I will send this to you as encouragement. I want you to read it every day to yourself because it's just a great message to keep the course, because the only way you fail is when you quit, is when you stop. trying, right? So week 4, homework, really fast. I'm going to email it to you. Okay, so your first thing is you're going to get your 20 appointments on your books for the next 9 days. So if you do not have 20 appointments on your books today and tomorrow, that's the only focus I want you to do. Okay, so you're going to get points for that. When you see 15 faces in the next 9 days and start or finish your portfolio, you're going to get points. Every $100 day you have, you're going to get points. For every day you have your miracle morning, you're going to get points. For every interview you have for yourself, you're going to get points. For every new team member you add, you're going to get major points. For every party you have for yourself, you're going to get points. For every day you have courage and you step on faith and you warm chatter, you're going to have points. For every charcoal mask that you sell this week, you're going to have points. If you registered for seminar, give yourself extra points. And when you finish your Embrace Your Dreams bracelet, you're going to get more points. So I will post this to you. I will post this reading. I hope that you enjoyed today, and I'm excited to see you guys finish strong this week. Have a blessed Wednesday.